Peer checking is simply taking advantage of two heads being better than one. The distinction between peer checking and self-checking is a peer check is while the work is happening. We're working side by side, we're agreeing on the next step before we take that step, before the action happens. A peer check isn't somebody that's standing over your shoulder and directing you. They are equally engaged in the work with you. Let me show you what that looks like. Now remember, a peer check is in process. We're going to agree on the action before we take the action. This one can get a little bit tricky, so we're going to show you when it goes wrong, and then we're going to show you how to do it right. Go ahead, Ken.
All right, so our next step is to install 2 batteries in component Bravo 1, the battery pack, and make sure the polarity is correct.
Okay, I'm going to install 2 batteries into Bravo 1, making sure that the polarity is correct. This one has that polarity, and that one has that polarity. You agree?
Yeah, that looks right.
Well, I took the action before I got concurrence. If I was wrong, I never gave him an opportunity to stop me. This is what it should look like.
All right, Dave, we're going to install 2 batteries in component Bravo 1, the battery pack, and ensure the polarity is correct.
Understand, Ken, we're going to install 2 batteries into component Bravo 1, ensuring that the battery polarity is correct. So this battery would be at this polarity. Our second battery would be at that polarity. Do you agree?
I agree, that's the correct orientation.
All right, I'm going to install them in this orientation. That polarity.
I agree, they're installed correctly.
Yeah, notice how we got concurrence before the action was taken, so we didn't have a negative consequence. As you can see, a peer check is a great way to get 2 heads engaged in doing that one task. When it's critical, we need to make sure that it gets done right. Having somebody there with you to validate what you're about to do, to validate that this is the correct action on the right component at the right time, helps to ensure that we don't make mistakes, we don't damage equipment, we don't get each other hurt. So whenever you have an opportunity to, use a peer check. It can only help.